5, go to MI6, they don't know whether they can tell us or not, and all because of this we may have to extradite these French spies, and now I've got to go on television to actually tell the people of France not to watch the tumblers. Oh, John le Carre, where are you? If you think this is weird, then you compare it to what happened to David Shayler. He reveals that MI5, MI6 are acting out of control, acting illegally, and could have been part of a plot that resulted in the murder of 6 innocent people. And for that, he is arrested and prosecuted and lives in exile in France. Now, you would have thought if you phoned up Crime Stoppers and said, I know of a murder, they'd go, great, come and talk to us, we'll try and sort it out. They wouldn't go, right, we're going to nick you. So it just gets weird. And the thing is, there's a thing called the Intelligence and Security Committee, and their job is to oversee the security forces. They will not accept David's evidence. They won't hear his evidence. They won't even consider if it's true. And more than that, they won't even talk about David Shayler. In fact, the only one time that we've seen where one member of the committee talks about Shayler, he gets it wrong, and it's a man called Michael Mates, and this is what he said on French television.
Well, I can't talk in detail about a particular case, but he was dismissed from his job, and he has had a grievance since then.
This is a sworn deposition from Martin Morrissey from a special branch submission to a French court on Shayler's court case to extradite him. And under oath, he says, following his resignation, he signed a further declaration in the same terms on the 27th of September. Shayler resigned. He was not sacked. They can't even get the facts right. And when you start to look at all the people who are prosecuted under the Official Secrets Act and all those who aren't, you start to get this very weird picture building up. If you look at the people who have been prosecuted, people like Ponting, Tisdale, David Shayler, they've all revealed things that have embarrassed the government or the security forces. If you look at the people who haven't been prosecuted, then you look at people like Tom Boyer, who wrote a book about Sir Dick White, which breaches the Official Secrets Act. You look at people like Nigel West, people like Rupert Allison, people like Andy McNabb. They all potentially breach the Official Secrets Act. Nothing's done about them, because that's nice breaches. So I thought, who can we take all our evidence to? Is there anyone there who can help resolve this problem? And so what we did was, we bussed into the James Bond premiere party. We nicked somebody's tickets and bussed in. I actually went in as Mrs. Jonathan Ross. So we sort of wandered around and we tried to see James Bond. We tried to see Pierce Brosnan and present him with the facts. Right. I go up to Pierce, say, Pierce, mate, listen, I've got a little something for you. Dave, can we have security? 4 blokes suddenly guard him. Fucking kicked me out. I couldn't believe it. What a wimpy James Bond he is. What a fucking wimpy toss bag. I can't believe it. And then we saw M. Judi Dench. And we went and gave Judy all our information.
And if this is a stitch-up, I'm after you.
That's what she said. If this is a stitch-up, I'm after you. I'm quite worried, obviously. So that's where we are with it. Just before we go, I just wanted to say that it's kind of weird, because if you report a crime and then you're actually put in prison because of that, that strikes me as a major miscarriage of justice. And because David doesn't fall into the category of noble victim, as the left would like to see their causes and campaigns, he hasn't really been adopted by the left. Had he been a noble victim, they would have had his face on T-shirts and, badges and all this kind of stuff. I think it's one of the worst miscarriages of justice this decade. Thanks for coming. Night.
From Russia with love, I fly to you, much wiser since my goodbye to you. I've traveled the world to learn I must return from Russia with love.